guys, it is time for the half of year. I needed a better name for it, like the half of year movie rankings. Since we're halfway through the year, we're gonna rank all the movies I've seen so far this year. And part 2 will be on December 31st, like last year. Hope it's not as many movies as last year, because I think I forced myself to watch too many last year. Because, man, last year to this year is so much different. This year only has, like 2 or 3 bad movies. The rest are, like, getting really up there. I'm shocked, dude. This year has been so much better for movies than last year. That's why it's so much harder to rank. And there hasn't been as many big movies that I've seen. Like, last year, I watched a bunch of, like, low-rated movies, too, but I have a couple on here, too. You know, like B-movies-ish. Like, lower-budget movies. But I have almost all, like, the big hit movies, too. So, yeah, I hope y'all enjoy this video, and I will see you later. I was a defender of the first two, The Strangers Chapter 1 and 2. This movie, like, there's no way I could defend it. First of all, first 30 minutes, so boring. It was just like the same recycled crap from the last two movies. I was hoping they would do something different. Like, the last two movies still weren't great, but I at least could tolerate them. This is just utter garbage. The killers are not interesting anymore. Like, it felt like there was no stakes. It was just a big chase scene again. I know everyone hated the last two, but dude, like, even those were watchable. This wasn't even watchable. I will never rewatch this movie again. That's how bad this movie was. Right here, the main character. I hated her in this movie. She did awful. It was just so annoying, this movie was, and boring, and just... Don't watch this movie if you got free time. Another waste of time right here. But it's a little... I know, you're like, how is this movie about a hippo killing people better than The Strangers, Chapter 3? I feel like some people would agree, but this movie, whenever the hippo's killing people, it's cool. And I'm rooting for the hippo in this movie because of how bad the characters freaking suck. None of them are interesting. All their... Like, the build-up to getting hit by the hippo the first time, the only guy that was sort of likable was the guy that was driving the boat. No one else was interesting. The two girls, screw them. That black woman, hated her. Alright, the businesswoman, hated the crap out of her. She was annoying and a brat. So, yeah, but whenever the hippo started killing people, it was like, yes, go hippo. But it's cool seeing a hippo horror movie. This movie disappointed me so much, because Scream 5 is good. Scream 6 is great. I really like Scream 6. The first Radio Not, really good. Because I'm pretty sure Radio Silence did this. If they didn't, I'm just going on a nonsense rant. First one was so good. This one let me down. It still wasn't a bad movie. It was just mid. Like, The New Sister was not interesting to me. I might be in the minority there. Same with Samara Weaving. Her character got less interesting as well. The blood, cool, like that. The violence is fine with me. I'm fine with the violence. Just, I don't know. It's stupid. It was the same thing, just they added the sister, it felt like, to me. Maybe that's just me. But, also I haven't seen this movie since it came out, so I did forget a lot. I don't even remember how it ended, but I just remember it was mid, and it was just so much way less better. Alright, I sound stupid. It's way worse than the first one. This movie was fun, bloody, whatever. It's stupid. The main character I actually liked, for once, out of all these movies, because the last 3 movies, the characters were buns. This actually had a good character in it, and it was bloody fun, but, man, I'm torn, man. Like, this one's another mid-movie. The violence is cool and all, but the story was just, to me, it was just, like, so bland. Maybe I'm in the minority again there, but I thought it was so bland and not interesting to me. She might have been an interesting character, but I actually like her as an actor, so there's that. But overall, Not terrible. It was just, like I said, it was mid. But you can check this one out. I think a lot of people would like this movie, but torn. Yeah, Christian Bale's great, man, but he's hard for him to be a bad actor. So this is where a side character is better than the freaking main character, because he was way better than, well, this girl. I kind of forgot her name, but like, if some of these earlier year movies that I just didn't like, they were okay. I forgot so much about. I've also seen a lot of movies this year, so give me a break. Man, I have nothing really to say about this movie. It was just so mid. It was. I mean, I'm starting to think I should have put this one behind cold storage. No, I'm gonna re-edit this. This is, yeah, I'm gonna edit this, and I'm gonna put this behind cold storage, because I'm starting to think cold storage at least had some entertainment value. This one was just like, it was entertaining, but at the same time it was so boring, like, genuinely. But yeah, yeah. Whenever y'all see this, it's gonna be like me talking about editing it. My original list, this was in front of cold storage, but now rethinking about it, this is going to go behind cold storage for me. So yeah, I did spoil what's next, so cry about it. And just like that, we're already in 6 out of 10s. That's how good this year has been. Cold storage. Joe Carey was great. No, all 3 of these characters are great. I like the disease thing, how fast it spreads, how I thought that was cool. But the way that doctor died was just like, dude, there's like a 0% chance she should have died from that. And she died. Like, the CGI was kind of mid in this movie. Character's really good. Story was actually a little bit different, so I like that. It was, interesting. It was something new, it felt like, almost, but it's also not new because it's just a virus that spreads and turns things into other things, and I think they explodes. I don't remember this movie that much. But again, it falls into the category of just the writing was really dumb in this movie. I thought some of this movie was not funny whenever they were trying to be funny, in my opinion. I thought it was very bad humor. Liam Neeson, I love all the characters, but Liam Neeson probably carried to me. Joe Carey was okay, but he was good, but he was also okay at the same time. And I don't even know her name, but she was okay. So it was a decent movie, but still kind of in that mid range. I was really disappointed in this movie. I actually really do like the first 2. The third one's and 4th and 5th suck. This one's kind of in the middle. I think the third one is worse than this one. This one's probably 3rd in the franchise. But man, the jokes really weren't that funny. Like, the last 30 minutes were great. I really liked the last 30 minutes. And then, let me just talk, Shorty's Shaq impression, or Marlon Wayne's Shaq impression, was freaking hilarious. Yeah, spoilers are going to be in this video too, so cry about it if you weren't expecting spoilers. I thought that impression was hilarious. Ray was okay in this movie. The standout was easily Shorty, 100%. He was so entertaining in this movie. He was 100% the best part of this movie. I also love the white chicks reference from the substance thing. But man, none of the Tiana Taylor thing at the beginning was not funny to me. But I love the reveal at bringing back, what is his name? Something Anthony? I don't know, Anthony something Anthony. And then Shaq was hilarious. But, yeah, and then the ending where they, got rid of all the new characters is what they should have done from the start, because those new characters were awful. Even the pork rinds girl, freaking awful. So, yeah. If you saw the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Jokes weren't that great. Not as good as I was hoping. Story, of course, it's a scary movie. It's a spoof movie, obviously, the story and plot. Whatever, but the jokes the comedy still wasn't terrible. It just wasn't as good as I was hoping. Like, it was probably around a 6 or a 7. I'm not being funny. Out of 10 with the comedy. It carried the movie, though, because the rest is kind of mid. But, yeah, it was still entertaining. Now, I already know I'm going to get some hate for this one. I saw so many people dog on this movie and saying it was really just a mediocre horror movie. Yeah, the jump scares were kind of called for. I called out almost every jump scare. Except that one where he rips that lady's head off. That was kind of uncalled for. Jump scares really weren't that scary, but it was kind of generic. But I had so much fun with this movie because me and my dad made a joke with the main character, and we could not stop laughing every time the main the demon showed up. And the way he goes out is actually kind of cool in the church. It's kind of symbolic. But yeah, that's about all I remember from this movie. Genuinely, like I thought it was different having like a road trip horror movie. I thought that was kind of cool. But there might be one like that. I've never seen it though. But comment down below if there's ever been like a road trip horror movie. But I really liked it, and the opening was actually pretty good. Not gonna lie, until the jump scare was like, alright, that was kind of generic. But I really like this movie. Well, I like parts of this movie. It's like a 6 out of 10 again, but it's still enjoyable enough for me to put it a little bit higher than Scary Movie. But I know most of y'all are gonna say, "What are you talking about? Scary Movie was peak." I know. I've seen a lot of comments, especially on my TikTok. Go check it out, by the way. If we're talking mid, this is the definition. Anne Hathaway still did great. Meryl Streep, I think that's how you say it now. I'm looking at it as we speak. I've never seen her anything before. She was so bland to me, but I'll have to admit I've never seen the first one, so I just went into this one just hoping for an entertaining, fun time. And well, obviously that was a problem because that's not what these movies are really about. But Stanley Tucci was good and Emily was okay. The characters were probably the best part of this movie. The story was kind of, I don't know what. It's not my type of movie, so it is. I probably should have watched the first one, but I'll probably watch it sometime this year and just rewatch this one. I'm like, oh, that's probably a lot better, so I can be ready for the end of the year movie ranking. It was okay. I mean, it was really boring, but I went in there with expectations of a whole different movie, basically. So yeah, so still fine, I guess. Got to see this one really early, and I'm a little bit like of all the movies I got to see early, because we had like a little screening here at our in our like near us, and we like, man, might as well go to it, because we never been to a screening before, like an early screening of something. And like this is probably the worst movie to go to an early screening of, because it's a Minions movie. It was just a dumb, fun adventure. It lived up to what I thought it was gonna be, like a 6-ish out of 10. It's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. And yeah, but the monsters were cool. Like not the monsters, but that whole thing in the beginning with the bunny rabbit I actually loved, and like building up these characters. What's their names? Crap, I forgot their names. I just watched this last night. Brother, I forgot their name, but yeah, it was entertaining and enjoyable, and a lot better than Despicable Me 4, for sure. Man, I was so disappointed in this movie. And I was thinking this was going to be like a masterpiece. And at the end of the day, it's just bloody Robin Hood, I guess. Rated R Robin Hood. Hugh Jackman did great. Bill Skarsgård was wicked in this movie. But it was just so disappointing. Like, the story was just so generic to me. Maybe, again, like I might be in the minority there. I've seen so many, like a bunch of movies like this before. And it just wasn't very satisfying. But man, the fighting in this movie, the gore stuff I saw, there was some gory stuff in here, man. Like, there was some stuff I've never seen before. And like, it really made me like squint. And I'm usually tolerant to gory stuff, but man, some of this stuff made me squint, actually, for real though. But yeah, very disappointed in this movie, but it's still not terrible. It's just mid. This one might be a lesser known movie for y'all, but Ben Kingsley's in it for like 20 minutes. He's the only really known actor in this besides it. I think if Aaron Eckhart's that guy, my dad knew him from an old movie when we watched it, but other than that, just a short movie, man. It was the first opening time when they're in the plane crash was actually really suspenseful. Probably the best part of the whole movie, and then the rest of it was just a normal shark movie trying to get to safety and trying not to get away from the sharks. But, yeah. It's basically all it was. So, yeah. Still enjoyed it, and, it's not better than Dangerous Animals from last year, and Dangerous Animals is way lower on the list. was like in my top 30 last year, and this one's in my top 30. But Dangerous Animals was a little bit better because it was a serial killer who killed people and filmed them while sharks were eating them. But yeah, this one's just kind of generic once the plane crash happened. This movie's definitely not generic. But dude, this could have been an amazing film, but it wasn't. There was some, like the bunny rabbit scene, or the whatever you would call that thing, was great. Like the jump scares in this movie, there was some really good jump scares. Like there was a bunch of there was like 4 or 5 great scenes, but as a movie, like the full movie, it wasn't great. It was just mid. But there was some fantastic scenes in this movie. But at the end of the day, it's just one of those. What do you call it? What did Jenna Ortega call it in Scream 5? Like, I kind of forgot. Like the Babadook and all that, upscaled horror or something. It just turns into a generic one of those after it. Like, besides those great scenes in it, like the elevator thing. Was it an elevator? I don't know. It wasn't. I don't know. It was with the clerk, whatever his name. I don't know. I kind of forgot. But there was some really great scenes in it. But as an entire movie, it was just mid. Man, this movie was so entertaining. A killer chimpanzee. We've probably gotten a movie like that before, because the hippos sound more original than that. Dude, when I tell you, this is an entertaining movie. That is a great movie to watch with your friends, especially in theaters. It really is. Like, the gore was actually insane, and it really made you think about chimpanzees. Because all the stuff I've heard about real chimpanzee attacks, this makes me not want to go to a zoo with chimpanzees ever. Because what if it escaped and attacked us? Like, I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking. Chimpanzees are terrifying, and this movie made them even more terrifying. But it just a horror movie at the end of the day. It's just it falls in that generic. It's like, it's a little generic, but at the same time, it's still entertaining. So you could be generic and entertaining at the same time, which this movie was. That's why I think this one's probably where we got to the 7 out of 10 range. Pixar just shows how they can make a good movie. Elio, so disappointing last year. This is what Elio could have been. Like, this one was, if they were just marketed to Elio like this movie, it could have been great. And made a lot more money. How about that? Because Elio was not a good movie. Elio was Pixar's worst movie. That and The Good Dinosaur, and the rest of Pixar's movies are great. Or good. That's how peak Pixar is. And this one is in the good category. But at the end of the day, man, it just has that Pixar ending now. Where it's like, oh, it's all good now. Everything good happened. Like, there was no tragedy. There was nothing different about it. Because it has that generic Pixar ending. That's all. But you can't really complain about Pixar, since it's how almost all the movies end with a happy ending, if I can remember correctly. But still, really good movie. This movie, Rachel McAdams, she was easily the best part. Dylan O'Brien was good too. But Rachel McAdams, she was a psychopath in this movie. But it's crazy because she's not the bad guy. Dylan O'Brien's more the villain than her. But she felt like the villain while they were on the island. But she actually knew how to survive. He didn't, so, yeah. Sam Raimi does not have a bad movie still, I don't think. Well, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, maybe. But Send Help is what Sam Raimi needs to do. Original one-off movies. Not in some big franchise. Like, no more Evil Dead movies, Sam. No more Spider-Mans. No more Doctor Stranges or anything like that. Just stick to making one-off movies like this, like you've done a decent amount of. This is what Sam Raimi needs to be doing, because this movie really made me scared of Rachel McAdams. But that's not really the point of the movie. But still, great acting in this movie. But here's my but part. It got a little played out at times, because it's like, alright, we get it, you're crazy, you're nuts, you know how to survive, we got it. You ain't got to keep playing on this part, but they weren't given much with the story either. The story was kind of generic, but great acting performances for sure. This is why I'm gonna get hate. I already know. Scream 7 is not the worst Scream movie, but it is near the bottom. Let me cut. Scream 3 is the only one worse than this. When I rewatched with my dad, it made me think, man, Scream did really miss. The last 30 minutes was so... it was so bad. It was really bad, but the rest of the movie was good. The build-up was great, and then, like, them hitting the car. That was the best Ghostface in the entire movie, was the guy that got hit by a car, in my opinion. But his motives was obviously the worst. I don't know, that guy that was working at the nut house, he might be the worst motive ever. At least the blonde girl actually had a motive, or blonde woman, whatever you want to call her. But I'm still looking forward to Scream 8. But if we would have just got to Scream 7 with Melissa Barrera, yeah, and Jenna Ortega, if Spyglass really messed this movie up, this movie could have been a great movie. Because Melissa Barrera, I cannot say her name, she did fantastic in Scream 6. I don't know why they fired her, but it's so dumb because she was the best part of Scream 6. Chad and Mindy really carried, like, the parts where they were in. They were really good. I still enjoyed the crap out of the characters. Tatum was a nothing burger. Sydney was good. Gail was kind of a nothing burger in this movie. Sydney's husband was whatever. He lived, though. He shouldn't have. But, yeah, I was really hoping that, like, what the critics did with that post-credit scene, I've heard about it, where Stu was actually alive. They ruined that. We could have actually gotten Stu back. But then critics, they had to yap. But yeah, still a good movie. I don't know, I'm yapping right now. Man, this movie was something. This really felt like this felt like an Exorcist movie more than a Mummy movie to me. She really just felt like she was possessed, not just a corpse that was dead. She was possessed, wasn't she? Dude, I don't know, but this movie was terrifying to me. And that just shows how bad I am with horror. Like, Holcomb was scary, but this is scarier in my opinion. But this is, hot take, better than Brandon Fraser's all his mummies combined. That's how low I am on those movies. Because this is like a 7-ish, 7.5, whatever. That just shows you how low every other mummy movie is for me. This is the best mummy movie we've ever gotten. Better than the old 50s one, too. I've seen that one, yes. That one's pretty good. It just shows that Lee Cronin is a good director, in my opinion. But, whatever. I like it. It was really good and really scary. But, man, the characters, besides the person on screen, I forgot her name or something, the mummy in this movie, every character was so bland to me. Characters are a big part of your movie. If they aren't good, then that brings your score down of a movie a lot. But I had no other complaints besides the other characters besides the main monster. So, yeah, really enjoyed it, and I think you should watch this movie for sure. Not going to lie, even though this is in the 7 range, it really did, it kind of disappointed me, really. Like, let me just say, the fighting was good, like, the last 20 minutes was good when they were fighting, and Dry Bones Bowser and whatever came out. That was cool, but Star Fox was a little random to me, but it also made sense, because they needed a ride, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the new characters were not that good. Yoshi, man, Donald Glover did good, but I feel like I kind of wanted Yoshi to do more, and he actually did a decent amount, but I feel like he should have did more. Fox McCloud, sorry. He really, you have a Glenn Powell, he actually did good, and he barely got any screen time. If you're going to have him in the movie, at least have him in there for the final battle. Rosalina, I'm not a Brie Larson hater, but man, she was awful. She was awful. That might be a hot take. I did not like her at all. Bowser, like I said, Bowser Jr. wasn't that good. I don't think I said that yet, but he wasn't that good either. Everyone else was good, though, and the first one still reigns supreme. But I hope we get a third one, because I want to see where they go from this. This was good, but it should have just been Season 4 of Mandalorian. They could have made this like a couple episodes of Season 4 and then have Season 4 keep going. Like, this could have been the last couple episodes of season 4. I don't know. Or they could have stretched each season episode out with other stuff. But the part where Baby Yoda's like taking care of Mando while that poison is going through his veins, that I really liked that, where it was just Baby Yoda trying to get help to save his dad. And then the final battle was pretty cool. And I forgot his name, the mushroom hat guy. That's not even what it is, but he was cool. And I wish we got to see more of his hat stuff, because I know he's from Clone Wars. The Hutts were okay, and I liked their fate with the giant dragon monster. Zeb was my favorite character in this movie, just because it was so cool seeing him in live action finally. And it's crazy that Steve Blum, is that his name? It ain't Jason Blum. I think it's Steve Blum that voiced him. He did great. Sigourney Weaver should have had a bigger part. Maybe that's just me. But should have just been a season of the show. Kind of. That's all. That should have just made season 4. Not the whole movie about them. I am so proud of Markiplier. I love him as a YouTuber. I'm probably going to go watch him after I film this video. Dude, Iron Lung was so good. It genuinely was. I watched his playthrough and everything, and I tried to understand the lore and everything. The monster, for having that low of a budget, it looked great, in my opinion. But we barely got to see it, but that's good. And just the set and like the feeling, the camera work was great. But the acting besides Markiplier was not that good. I'm just gonna say that now. Like him losing oxygen, and then that thing like sounding like a woman getting in his head was cool. And like that one shot we got with him in the blood, we can just see the storms around him. That was a pretty bad shot. Other than that, that's really all my problems with this movie. Like the acting wasn't that good. That's crazy because Mark did a fantastic job. Everyone else didn't do that good. Maybe that's just me. And yeah, the backstory was kind of just out of nowhere. Like the little flashbacks of him as a kid, I think. Kind of nothing burger. That made me care for the character more. But it was sad how he went out and died. Basically, it's a death sentence going out there. She went to go try to save him. She died. I'm talking about the girl that was she was actually gonna save him, then she got eaten by the fish. Really sad. But at least he went out by killing the fish. That's all that mattered. This episode, I know this really isn't a movie. It's just 2 episodes put into one. But it is considered a movie, so I'm going to count it. The episode 9, a part of this, like episode 8, I'm just saying, the part where they delete Kane was great. Now, I'm going to be honest. I saw this as a thing. I'm like, hey, let me watch it. So I binged the whole show in one night. I binged it all. So I didn't even have to wait for anything. I just got to see everything. So, yeah, I watched the 2 shows separately, but I'm just putting them together since that's what the movie is. I'm just going to count it as one, because I feel like it. It's so sad how Jax went out, because he was my favorite character. And I was a little bummed out, but at the same time, I liked that they got their happy ending, and it was the brain scan part, awesome. When they deleted Kane, I thought that was cool, and then Kane somehow came back, and he became a good guy, and he helped him with the circus and everything. Jax got to live happily. He was just in darkness forever, and he got to sleep and all that, whatever. And Kagan was the MVP of this, for sure. Kagan 100% was. Really good, and I'm sad that it's over. I'm really sad that it's over. But hopefully Gooseworks does something else kind of like this or different from this, but it's another show that we really like. I hope, at least. By the way, I forgot to mention it's one of the 8 out of 10s now. Dude, I got so hyped for this movie. When I was watching it, I was singing along to all the songs. This is a movie. This is like an event almost. It was so good. But I gotta admit, as a biopic, it was not great. As a movie, it wasn't great. But it feels like but I like how they went with his life and all the parts. I'm excited for the second one. But as a biopic, not. As a biopic, it was decent, but as a movie, it was, whatever. They're just going through parts of his life. But it would be great whenever we get the second one, because we get all the juicy stuff, if that's what you want to call it. I really like this movie, though. I still like it a lot more. Jafar Jackson, literally, I thought he was Michael Jackson at one point in this movie. Like the Thriller part, oh my goodness, he looked just like him whenever he was looking at her, like the side eye, the iconic thing with the music. And then just the dance, the choreography of the dancing, fantastic. He did a great job. So yeah, Michael was really good. This movie was so fun. I loved it. Like the action in this movie was great. That Kung Lao and Liu Kang fight, dude, that got me hyped when all the moves they were doing and stuff. The way they did Cole, I am a Cole supporter. I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan, and I actually liked Cole in the first movie. Bro has a family and he gets his head squashed. Now his daughter's an orphan and his wife is a widow. That is sad. But no one thinks about it. Oh, he just died. Cool. Baraka, let's talk about the new characters. Baraka, great. Jade, great. Sindel, awful. Shang Tsung, he was okay in this movie. I actually like Quan Chi, and I can't wait to see the next one. Bihal was okay. That literally was Shao Kahn. Like, that might have actually been Shao Kahn. Dude, Martin Ford really embodied the character there. And all the makeup he did on top of the gear he had to wear, insane. Kano and Johnny Cage were so good together. And I really liked the NetherRealm stuff. The way they did my boy Jax disappointed me, because I actually really liked Jax at the same time. Scorpion didn't have nothing to do. Raiden was okay. Katana was good. Best character was Kano again for me. And then Sony was there, whatever. And the way they killed Liu Kang actually shocked me. But it was just fun, man. It was fun, good time with gore. That's all I was expecting, and that's all I got. So I'm happy. But there are some problems, like with the story. Like the pacing of the movie was a little, overall, it was a good movie. I really liked it. Man. The way, I forgot his name, but the fish jumps out the water and becomes I think it was a wolf. That had my jaw on the floor. I had to pause it, stand up, and just, think. Because that was an insane twist. And the line delivery, whenever it does turn, I forgot what he says, but, bro. Insane. Michael B. Jordan did good. It was a fun, animated, fun time. I love movies with animals in it, so I thought it was cool. And Netflix movies usually are decent, so yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. This movie genuinely was so sad. The best sheep died, and then the guy that owned the sheep died, and he was killed by his own son, and then the other one was mauled by dogs. That is a terrible way to go out. But I thought it was so cool how he read the sheep's things, and they would always go back to the barn and guess. He's like, they probably don't know what I'm talking about, but they actually really do think about it. And then they actually become real detectives. I really like the police officer also, by the way. Reminded me of Hat Guy from the Escape podcast. But, it's kind of what he reminded me of. He was really tall. Nicholas Galla's design, I think that's what he says, what his name is. But, this is his second best performance of the year. We'll get to that later. In a second. This is a good movie, and it was really shocked the crap out of me. All the voice acting was great, by the way. But it was kind of generic a little bit. But it was just an old mystery movie I had to find out, And they blamed the wrong person. They had to redo and make it right. And, yeah, I like it, though. I really did like this movie. We are in the top 10, and, man, was this movie something else. That action inside the Grayskull, not the Grayskull, or the snake, that was insane. It genuinely was insane. The way he was swinging that sword, bro might actually be He-Man. Yeah, he did great. All the characters were good in this movie. Skeletor was the best part. Actually, I have a character that I was a little disappointed about. The tiger, I forgot his name. Really disappointed about how they did my bro. Hope he has a lot more screen time in the next one. If we get a next one, this movie I think flopped at the box office, which sucks, but at least we got this movie because I enjoyed it. Idris Elba was fun. And Camila Mendes, she did great too. So, yeah, I really enjoyed it. And, I think we deserve another one of these, but I don't think we're going to get it. Man, this movie was so good. It was so entertaining. And I love basketball, so I love watching stuff like this. This was more of like a new generation movie where they were like having rappers, having like the broke your ankles, stuff like that, the internet. Thought it was cool. Some of the slang term, my dad looked at me like, what does that mean? I thought that was cool because this is like a new generation movie. Caleb, all the voice acting was fantastic in this movie. And the animation, dude, was so good. I love the animation, how they animated it. And I love the ending when Moto bought the team. But it has some flaws, like some of the story was kind of generic, the whole team splits up, oh, they come back and now they're gonna win. It's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like I've seen movies like that before, but maybe that's just me. But I really enjoyed this movie. The only issue I have with this movie is it's a little boring. That's literally it. The acting was phenomenal. And like, I watched it twice just so I would understand it more. Dude, I love the connection between these two. And like how crazy she sounds whenever the aliens, I think, are in her head. I don't know, I think the aliens have one of those little machines to get in your head. And that's how they were talking through her. And then how they expose it. The final 20 minutes is great. But yeah, it was just Steven Spielberg at his finest, man. Like, all the acting was phenomenal. And it actually had a lot more suspense than I thought it would. A lot more kind of like, not gonna lie, a lot more action than I thought it would be. But, yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. But it is one of, I like Close Encounters of the Third Kind better. E.T.'s better. But that just shows how great Steven Spielberg is. We need more movies like this, my man. Please, make another one. Toy Story, great franchise, but I was so skeptical going into this movie. And I was so happy that I was shocked. Like, I thought they were going to do, like, the normal safe route with the iPad. And actually, like, I like the symbolism of, like, it trying to take over what the toys had. Like, having Bonnie play with them. They're like, no, I would give Bonnie everything. And then it being the reason Bonnie has no friends whenever it's trying to get her friends, I thought that was great. And toys actually get her friends instead of the iPad, which is insane to me. So, yeah. I'm excited. I hope we get another Toy Story movie because, man, Toy Story has not missed yet, except Lightyear. But we don't talk about that movie. I love the dynamic with the, what do you call them? Electronics and the toys. I thought it was great. So, yeah. Conan O'Brien did great, by the way. All the voice acting was great. Really good Toy Story movie. Really good movie. This might have been the biggest shock I've ever had in my life. Because last year, 28 Years Later, sucked. I wanted to say something. Sucked cheeks. How about that? It was really, it wasn't that good. It was like a 4 out of 10 for me. I was insanely shocked at how good this movie actually was. This movie was great, man. Like, the direction they went with this movie, great. Jack O'Connell, he might be the best horror actor right now. Like, Sinners, fantastic. This movie, even, was he better in this? No, he was still better in Sinners. Samson, I love what they did with him. And the doctor right here, I like that he can actually cure the things. The zombies. Like, these zombies, like, I still don't like all the nudity and crap and all the nasty stuff in it. Wait, am I still thinking about the... I might be thinking about the other... I think there was some bad stuff in this. Like nudity and crap. I think it's a little forced. Like, it doesn't need to be in the movie. But other than that, man, this is a good movie. Like, this is probably my bigger surprise of the year so far. And, yeah. Definitely, 100% my biggest surprise movie of the year. Because I didn't like the first one, but now I understand the direction they were going. So, yeah. Doesn't bump the other movie up. The other one's still cheeks. I am so shocked that no one liked. Everyone's calling this movie garbage or mid. Did we watch the same movie? Yeah, a lot of them are the people that read the comic that it's supposed to be an adaptation for. I didn't read the comic. I don't want that. I just was going into this. Alright, this is just a normal movie. It's a good superhero movie. I'm excited. It's DCU. this movie had it all. I loved it. Supergirl was great. I loved the way they nerfed her in some parts because that was really good. Because we can't just have an all powerful being like Superman. Like Lobo, if it wasn't for him, she wouldn't have won that final thing because they have all the kryptonite. I like that she had to rely on someone. I think that's different, and I think that's different for a Kryptonian. Lobo, first of all, best part of the movie. Like, Jason Momoa did amazing. Supergirl was great. Now, there was some pacing issues, in my opinion. Definitely some pacing issues. But having her, like, she's on, like, a 72-hour clock because Krypto's about to die. I think that's so great, dude. I'm trying not to spoil. Like, obviously, you've got that from the trailer. Unless you don't watch the trailer, it's on you. The ending was... And it wasn't as satisfying as I was hoping it to be, but it was still decent. I was hoping it would be like a funny post-credit scene, at least, like her and Krypto or something. Her and, I don't know, maybe Clark. Maybe not Clark. Like, it would have been cool to have one with Lobo. Like, Lobo was doing something funny or something. I don't know. We need more Lobo. We need that rated R live-action Lobo movie, by the way. But this is my most recent watch of a movie. Really, really enjoyed it. You should definitely see this movie. It was so good. And I hate that people are saying it's mid. If you don't ruin the movie for yourself. I mean, unless you watched the comic before this movie was out. Now, if this movie got announced about the comic, don't read the comic. Because then you're going to set expectations, you're going to be disappointed. Don't do that. Just go in like, alright, this is just a Supergirl movie. Let me not think about the comic. Man, like, I don't care. Like, what anyone says. I really like this movie. I think it was great. I think the DCU, movie-wise, is 2 for 2, unless you count the Suicide Squad 3. And if you count Blue Beetle, it's 4 for 4. Like, they haven't missed yet with anything. James Gunn is cooking right now. Even though he didn't direct this movie. Really like this movie a lot. I know I might get hate for this movie, but... Alright, not for this movie, for this take. But this isn't my favorite movie of the year, but it's really good. Like, it's great. We have entered the 9 out of 10 zone. So, Batman was 8.5, 8 out of 10s. This is a 9 out of 10. So good, dude. Like, the dynamic, all the characters. The budget really doesn't show, in my opinion. I think this just feels like a normal another movie. Curry Barker, fantastic. So hyped for his Texas Chainsaw Massacre and his other movie that's coming out. Nikki was terrifying, dude. When she's in the corner, that was scary. And at the end, where she kills everyone, she basically killed it. Well, Bear was the real villain, though, 100%. Because he wanted something, and it turned out to backfire on him. And the dread in his eyes when his friend said $1 billion, you can just see it. His entire expression changed. Yeah, this movie was great, man. It is. I'm gonna have to say it's a little overrated of it. People are saying, "Oh, this is like the best horror movie of all time." Oh my goodness, it's great, but it's not the best movie ever. Like, there's still a couple of problems, but that's it. I love Project Hail Mary. Ryan Gosling's dynamic with the Rock fella, forgot his name. This movie kept something in my mind. Fist my bump. I still make that joke around people that have seen the movie. I still make that joke. I love it. Well, it's not even a joke, but I just love saying that now. It sounds a little weird if you take it out of context. The way this movie just is shot and the camera work, great. And like the scale of the planet they were over, and it just looked so insane. It looked so surreal. I know people are like, "Oh, this movie is no Interstellar." I've never seen Interstellar. I've never seen The Martian, so I can't say anything about that. Project Hail Mary is a great movie. Now it's more like an event. Like, it's not like a very rewatchable movie, but it is a great movie. So yeah, definitely check this movie out. And Sign of the Times on this movie, dude. I was singing that movie for a couple of months, bro. Finally stopped singing it like recently, but still, great movie. The Backrooms, I don't care what anyone says. People are saying it's garbage, 0 out of 10. Those people were the ones that was comparing it to the freaking Roblox game. You gotta be kidding me, dude. I've seen the Kane Pixels, original Backrooms video. It was like 8 minutes long. It got me really hyped for this. I love the direction he went with it being Captain Clark instead of the bacteria monster. That was just great writing. Like, dude, we needed something different. We can't just get the same thing. People were mad that we didn't get the bacteria monster. Why would we get the bacteria monster if that has nothing to do with, like, the Captain Clark persona that Clark took on? Was that his name, Clark? I don't know. The guy that owned the store. That's, like, dude, I've already talked about this movie so much, though. So, like, go check out my review if you want me to say more. Check out all my reviews. I got most of them. I got, like, 8 movies out of this bunch that I've reviewed. But, yeah, great movie. I really love it. Hands down the best movie of the year. So far. 9.5. That's no 10s. There was no 10s last year, though. A lot of people are like, oh, Superman's not a 10, bro. It's not. It's a 9.5. It's going to be really hard to beat this movie. The only ones I see beating it is Spider-Man and Avengers. That's it. Maybe Doom, but I gotta watch the first 2. The Furious, dude, like, the action... This is the best action movie I've ever seen. I might have little knowledge of action movies. Seen all the DC and Marvel movies. Haven't seen a single Bruce Lee movie. I saw Kung Fu Hustle, Rush Hour, a lot of Jackie Chan's movies, Karate Kid. Best action movie. That has the best action in any movie I've ever seen in my life. It's crazy to say, but it's like insane how good the action is. Now the story is kind of like generic and stuff, but it really has a lot of weight. It makes you care about these 2 characters, and whenever, spoiler alert, one of them dies, it is so impactful to me. And then him finding out his wife dies is so sad. And the way that main bad guy goes into demon time whenever he kills his own daughter. Like, of course he's going to go into demon time because he just lost his daughter and his wife. It was just so impactful, and the story was actually generic, but it was still good enough for just to be a fantastic movie. The only flaw I have with this movie is, the big guy? He seems a little abnormally strong. He seems a little bit... It doesn't seem real how strong he actually is. Like, it feels like it's a little exaggerated, maybe, is what I'm trying to say. Other than that, I mean, the main bad guy, he was good at throwing hands and stuff, but he was kind of bland besides him killing his kids. His kid and his wife, and his stepdad. Stepdad. Wait, father-in-law, sorry. I mean, but it does make sense because he killed a kid. He killed his own kid, and he's done bad stuff with other kids. So that's what he gets. And his death wasn't sad at all. I mean, he deserved it, but it was also kind of sad because he thought he was going home to see his wife and kid, and he just died. But yeah, really cool, really great movie, and the characters were great, story was great. But besides that guy being really strong, the best movie. So, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and, 2026 so far has been cooking way better than last year's half-year movie. I've seen more movies this time, but there's been so many more good movies. So, last year was a lot weaker. There was, 50 bad movies last year. So far, there's only been 2 actually bad movies. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.